All right, guys, what's going on? Today, this video is going to be a very, very, very special one. And today we're going to be talking to my student, Nico. And the reason why this is special is because I actually know Nico personally. Long before I was doing 60-day sprint, long before I was doing YouTube series videos, long before I was building apps, I've known Nico for a couple years now. And the way that we met was actually through Fortnite. We used to play Fortnite together. So Nico joined the 60-day sprint as a 17-year-old high school student with almost little to no business experience and had only picked up a camera for the first time ever 2 months before joining the 60-day sprint. In just 60 days, Nico went from working at Dick's Sporting Goods to being able to make $4,400 in 1 month with his camera by hustling sports, videography, photography gigs with his high school, creating mixtapes and all types of content for his school. He quit his job. He started skipping school for client shoots, which I obviously did not recommend. And he's been able to build a real business that generates thousands of dollars in a month before even graduating high school. Nico's story is all about confidence, consistency, self-belief, and pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone even when you don't know anything. If you're someone who thinks you're too young, too new, or don't have enough experience or equipment, Nico's journey will prove you wrong by itself. So I highly, highly recommend, if you're someone that's feeling that way, please watch this entire interview as I ask Nico questions about his experience inside of the 6-day sprint, working with Nate and I, and how we've been able to change and transform his life to push him to go out and continue building a business before he even graduates high school. I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yo, that shit is fire.
Dude, get a 34-inch monitor and turn it vertical, changes your life.
Oh my god. Yo, that is actually fire. Yo,
This is the best setup I've had for sure. 100%. 100%. You remember when I bought all that shit when we first met?
yes.
I literally bought
Bro.
that shit to start streaming. You remember that? This shit right here.
Yes,
Literally this shit
bro.
I'm using right here, bro.
Oh my. Yo, I was watching the video of us playing that Cash Cup.
Wait,
Uh,
wait, wait, wait. Wait. There's a video of it?
I have a video of the game I clutched
Wait,
up,
can you
bro.
stream it right? Wait, can you show it right now?
It is such shitty quality, but let me see.
That's how we met.
Yes, bro, we were playing a fucking duo Cash Cup, and I remember you died, and I clutched up on height on my shitty PC.
Dude.
Wait, let me see. Yo, I bought a new camera, bro.
You bought a new camera?
I got it. Now I have two. And then, bro, I bought a 150 to 500.
No way.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, that's insane. Do you like it?
I fucking love it, bro. I really do. Dude,
Dude, I
it's been
feel like there's so
crazy.
much for us to catch up on.
Oh my God, there's so much, dude.
Yeah, not only that, but the recording's already been going, but we're gonna
Oh
talk
yeah.
about what you did in the sprint too. Let me make sure I have this pulled up. One sec. I just had it up. Here we go. Damn, man, I can't believe you were like literally the end, bro. And then like what you told me, yeah, yeah. We
Yeah,
gotta we gotta we gotta we
closed
gotta
the game.
talk about all this. We gotta talk about this. Okay. First question. Um, I think well, we just already gave him context about how we met. That's a little bit of it. But talk to me about how the 60 Days sprint has changed your life and working with Nate and I. Um, Not in the sense where we have completely transformed and changed your life in unrealistic ways for people who are watching this and this recording, but just in even the simplest ways. Tell me more about that. Just because you're still in high school, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm still in high school.
Yeah. So just talk to me about like where you're at right now, kind of what the camera thing, like how the camera thing started. How you came about talking to me about the 6 days sprint, how we got you in, like just take me back to the start.
All right, so it was in the summer, so I'm gonna say it was August, when I first got the idea. I was kind of seeing your content, and I know we've obviously we gone way back, so I was like, holy crap, like you've gone from being a streamer to like scaling a content agency the way you did. And it was like inspiring because I was going through a rough patch in my life. There was a lot going on, and you know, it was like I felt like that I could defer what's going on into like getting into something different. So I had seen your story posts, and I've seen you talking about the previous 6 day sprint, and I was curious, and I started to ask you about it. And honestly, it was like the best decision I could have made because, dude, in the last 2 months, like my whole lifestyle changed. Like everything about my lifestyle. It made me realize how fast like things can move when you stay consistent every single day. Like I'm not the same person I was before, and that's 100% sure. Like it's my confidence, my network, my skills. Like I'm building something
Talk
crazy.
to me about the confidence. Like the confidence is like that we try to instill in you guys. I talked to everyone about this specifically. And most times like people just like how you just said it, just bring up the confidence thing. Like talk to me about how the confidence made a big difference for you.
It really depends. So the way I feel that the confidence helped me is it gave me something to be proud of. Like everything that you guys were teaching was something I couldn't just go look up on Google and watch like a 30-minute YouTube video about. Like it just I second guess myself a lot. My prices, right? My confidence should just go up to a client, like just cold call, cold approach. Like I didn't have the confidence to say my name's Nick and I'm a freelancer. I didn't have any of that. Like I didn't. But you guys kind of like teaching that we're valuable and what we have can help other people and scale other people. That's something that you can't find online. You can't find that in a YouTube video.
Yeah, 100%. Um, so let's talk about what you did inside the sprint specifically. So I'm looking at 29, 32 points. You placed fourth, almost closing on 3K points there. Now, we'll get into what happened after the sprint real quick, but let's talk about what happened inside the sprint. Talk to me about this 2,900 points. Talk to me about the client work you did, the numbers, what gave you the most points. Um, and yeah, just talk to me about like kind of how this system pushed you to go out and, made you do things that, you needed to do in order to make money and grow your business.
So the main thing I'll stress is the fact that how much it pushed me out of my comfort zone. I've always been a kid more to myself, I feel like, and the ability to pitch myself and trust my skills definitely was something that was super important. So I kind of, for points wise, I was kind of abusing what I had. So it was football season. It was the beginning of basketball season, field hockey. So I abused the fact that high school kids want pitchers,
Yep.
and they might not all be high ticket clients, is what obviously what everyone's looking for, but they're definitely paying in a way. So a lot of my points came from like lower deals that I got for 20, 30 pitchers, a mixtape or two. So it obviously all added up in the end, but I would say the most of my points definitely came from high school sports, just really abusing what I had.
Talk about that grind.
Oh my
Like what was it
God.
like before that? Like you were working, right? You're still working.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not working. I quit. So I was working at Dick's Sporting Goods for about a year. And I remember when I first started the sprint that it was gonna they were gonna intertwine. I was gonna while I was at shifts, I was gonna be there was Zoom calls. And I
Yeah.
knew my priority was the Zoom calls. So I would even
Yeah.
be at work sometimes and I'll be in the back, like I'll be on a Zoom call and I wouldn't be working like and it's like I quit my job because I have enough income coming in, enough confidence to say that I'll be I'll be be able to scale in the next few months
Yeah.
to 10K months, to be honest with you.
How old are you?
17
When you turn 18?
March.
You gonna do it at 17?
I think I could. I think I could.
Well, where are you right now?
A little over 4,400 a month. And I do the first time I used a camera in my life was September 16th.
And today is November 24th.
Yep. So, I mean,
So, you know, I think for videos like this, I think people always try to overcomplicate it and ask the kind of particular questions that are going to get you to say things that people are going to watch and, it's going to sell them.
yep.
Um, just in a very basic way, like just tell me how this actually changed your life. Like how has all this actually changed your life? And like, I mean, what would you be doing if you didn't figure out about any of this shit?
I think if this never started, I would be the same kid, okay,
Yeah.
with my self-worth being $16 an hour. And I that is something that the sprint has taught me, that my time is not worth that. And that's a mentality that like you literally can't buy that mentality. You have to work for it. Like I the way that I'm getting, because obviously I'm still living with my parents, right? So the way I got them on board with quitting my job and even like slacking in school, like I haven't been going to school. Like when I have client shoots, like I skip school. Like it is the fact that I'm confident enough and I know that I'm not worth 7 hours a day sitting and learning in a classroom from people that I don't want to be like. I'm not worth going to a retail store and be paying $60 for a day. That's not how much I think I'm worth. I know I'm more valuable with the camera or in front of a screen editing something. And that's the reality of it.
Um, I mean, dude, you've came such a long way in such a short amount of time. Like, it's really rare that you see this kind of growth in people so fast at such a young age. Um, really, what it comes down to, in my personal opinion, is some guys want it, and then some guys literally have to do everything in their power to uh, get it, or they feel like they can't breathe. You know what I mean? Um, and I feel like you're one of those people, and I think cracking 10K a month at 17 is completely possible. Especially right now, there's never been a better opportunity for someone like you right now to make this kind of growth and pick up these skills, go out and make yourself uncomfortable and shake hands with people that are business owners and pitch them on your services. And even though you don't even have that much proof, results, everything else, you just were put into a plug and play system that pushed you to go and do these things in order to grow this way.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why we created this product. And before I had ever even had the idea of having you join, um, you know, this was not really like this idea wasn't completely here for the sprint, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I had an idea of like putting together something that really, when it comes down to it, it's not really a course, it's not really another coaching program. Like it's something completely different, and it's easy on the outside for people to categorize it as that, which I completely understand. And it's simply in my eyes, it's this: we create transformations for people. Um, and it's a great product. We track everything so that everything's backed with data, and data
Yeah.
shows that you worked your ass off, and it shows, man. And like you continue working this way at such a young age, I promise you're gonna be light years ahead before you're even at the age when I started. I started at 19, bro. Like when I started taking it as serious as like you are right now. So you're already way ahead of the curve. There's already proof of concept, tons of it. You know what I mean? Like you're already seems like you're already cracking it. Um, and yeah, man, I think if you just stick at it, I mean, the limit's really endless for you, bro. Seriously.
And if I'm honest, the most valuable thing I could have got from this is that the sprint gave me the mindset of someone who earns what they want, not waits for it. And that's the biggest change I've seen with that these 60 days. That's it.
Yeah, 100%. Um, real quick, talk to me about your experience with Nate because in round one, the first time I did it with the first group of guys, it was just me and like what
Yeah.
I did in round two. So round one didn't get to experience with Nate. Talk to me about how valuable you think Nate was and kind of what he brought to the table and how, his teaching style was and what you took away from him. Talk to me about that.
So it's different with me because I wasn't on Fridays when Nate would usually have his course. I would be at the football games. So for me, I wasn't as interactive as all the other students were because I would have to watch the recordings. But the what Nate was teaching, the ads, and I have his doc, I have it pulled up 24/7. The meta, that is like all that, like the way he would break it down, that I would say is valuable. I'm not sure the way you did it, obviously, because I wasn't there the first one, but I wasn't really there with Nate, like live with him, so I couldn't
Yeah.
really ask questions.
Yeah. 100%. Um, one last question. If, someone who may be in similar circumstances as yourself, or maybe not too similar. Maybe I'm, a little bit older, I have a regular job. I just kind of want to get into social media and I have a camera and I want to go start working with clients. Doesn't matter really what the case is. If someone is watching this video right now and, hearing about what you're doing at 17 years old, what would you tell them if they're on the fence about joining the 60-day sprint and working with Nate and I?
If you don't take the risks, you never know what you're missing. Like it's about trusting yourself and trusting your personal capabilities. And if you don't trust yourself, how are you going to trust someone else to teach you what you need to know?
100%, dude. 100%. Yeah. Well, man, that's really all I have for the questions. Pretty simple for me on my end. Anything else you want to add on your end before?
Shit. Because there's so much, like, I don't want to, you're doing a YouTube video off of this?
I might. This is mainly going to probably be used for landing page, like just testimonial.
Because you obviously know before the sprint, I had a falling out. All my friends, I had nothing, dude. All I had was like a
I remember you. I
semi-supportive
remember you calling
girlfriend.
me and telling me about that shit. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, so like the thing is as the different perspective that I have is the sprint gave me a sense of consistency when I didn't have any. I didn't have every weekend the capability to be going out on my senior year. So the camera not only did it change what I did every day, it changed the way I lived really, but it gave me like it gave me something, it gave me another reason to want to keep going, to prove everyone wrong. Like I wanted to show that I wasn't just a kid with a camera. Like I didn't want
Right,
to be, I don't want to people, I get mad when people say I'm a photographer because there's so much more than that. I don't just
right.
take pictures, I don't just take videos. Like I'm trying to do something. And I remember the first time I pulled up to a football game with the camera, everyone was making fun of me from the stands, saying like making fun of my name, like shot it was shot by Espo. It's like, what is this kid doing? Who does he think he is? And now it's all different. Now everyone wants a picture. Now everyone wants a mixtape. Now everyone wants, I mean, in high school at least. And now it's like, oh wait, he's not lying about how much money he makes. He's not lying about what he's doing. So that's the perspective I have on it, because it gave me something to push, a limit to push, people to compete with. It gave me so much. I can't even explain it. Like I miss it. I genuinely miss it. I miss having that sense of consistency that
Yeah,
every now and like 3 times a week I'll be talking to other people that want it as much as I do.
100%. Um, yeah, and you're really like 10 grand, like 10 grand in a month at 17 is like fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah. I think I'll get it. I really do. I want nothing. Like I can't even there's no words to explain how bad I want it. Like dude, I want this shit so bad. So bad. Like it's all
I
I
wonder how
dream
long it's
about.
going to take you, like literally how many days it's going to take you from the time of this recording till it happens.
I mean, I just closed a deal with my school. There's 2 projects I'm working on. I'm getting Charlie involved too because I don't have
Let's
time to
go.
edit. So
Yeah.
I just closed an $800 deal with the school and then another $500 deal with the school. On top of the 1,500 for the college, another $800 retainer with an app. This kid has an app, and then the $400 retainer with the apparel company. So that right there is 7 grand.
Yeah, you're cooking, bro. You're
Yeah,
cooking.
I made uh money wise, I made 1,700 in cash from the sprint alone. The 60 days in the sprint, I made 1,700 in cash. I'm not sure how much I made like Venmo wise because I didn't close a company during the sprint because that was the
Right.
beginning. Like that was my
Right.
foundation. You
Right.
built my foundation and what this is. Like whatever this is, you're you guys are the reason for it.
Yeah, man, and again that's why we built the product. That's why I came up with the idea for this because I think and it's starting to prove that this format that I've had in my head that I just created, and thankfully we have such a great team, and shout out to everyone who works on the dashboard and helped us build the dashboard and helped with you guys, Nate, everyone else, the back end. um Talk to me about like how you feel the format served you. Like, did you like the dashboard?
Oh yeah, the dashboard was sick.
Yeah.
But you're asking format? Like what do you mean?
Like overall,
Like
just the experience, like
oh my, it
how
was
we did
great.
the calls, how we did the point system, the
Like I said,
prizes.
the repetitivity, the consistency. the
Yeah,
prize was the motivation, obviously, that everyone wanted to make their money back or earn more, or like that. It's just like you can't beat it, bro. I promise you, it's perfect. It's there's not much you could do better because you did everything right.
that's what I wanted to hear, bro. You just made my day. No, for real, dude. I really appreciate you. And Nate also wanted me to tell you congrats because I told him that you were crushing it too. He wanted to be here, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. So he wanted me to tell you congrats. And yeah, dude, seriously, congrats. That's what we want to be is we want to be the foundation for guys like you and other guys out there who are looking to build that foundation and, don't really know which direction or who they should rely on and trust and where they should go. And I think the 6 day sprint is starting to prove to be a place that people can go and experience a transformation in one way or another. And you've
Yeah,
just been one of the you're probably gonna end up being one of the best examples of that because I know you're just gonna go out there and just fucking crush it, dude. So
yeah, I appreciate it. I really do. But like, I don't know if this is like cool to, but like cool to say, but the truth is like the sprint isn't for everyone though. Like most people can't handle the fact that they gotta wake up every day and like it's honestly it's like a harder option because everyone's gonna say they want money, they want clients, they want to grow, but they won't do the cold calls, they won't walk into businesses when they don't know, it looks like a dumbass. They won't post every day, they won't follow up when companies aren't answering. And that's what the sprint exposes, Ben. Like, and I love it. It exposes who's actually built for it and like who just likes the idea of being a creator or an entrepreneur or whatever you want to call it, but it's uncomfortable. It's repetitive as shit, but you got to have the mentality for it. And most people tap out when it stops being fun. And that's what I didn't do. And I love the fact that it challenges me. Like, you know me. Like, I played video games my whole life. I like the competitive, that drive to be better. I want to get better and get better and get better. And dude, that's why it was perfect.
yeah, no, yeah, 100%. Yeah, man. I think we're good there. I think we're good there for sure, Nico. Appreciate you. Appreciate your time.